One of the major disadvantages of social media is that it creates a kind of distance between spouses.
Okay.
Distance in the sense that we can be together, but we are not actually here together.
5 ways for you to treat a man.
Mm.
The other day, I caught somebody listening to one. 3 ways to know she doesn't love you. Number 1, this happened. Number 2, this. And I was like, don't listen to that rubbish show. Because number 1, it has made people apply it to people that it doesn't concern.
Anytime you see something or read something or maybe short video clips or articles and all of that,
Yeah.
I think this thing makes sense or whatever, you want to adopt it, I would advise forward it to me. Do you understand? Instead of you to adopt that immediately, forward it to me and ask me my opinion about that thing. Give my opinion. Same thing I do to her.
That's some bit of emotional maturity.
Yeah.
So important.
Thank you.
This is Room 69 podcast, where Real Talk meets your sexual wellness. Of course, I'm not going to be doing this alone. I have some very great personalities who are with me in the studio again. I have with me here Miss Issy. Please say hi to the audience.
Hello, everyone. You're welcome once again.
You're looking so beautiful. This is
Thank
one of my
you.
favorite colors.
Oh, thank you.
On the wig. Man. And then I have Mr. Barry, a very gentle young man today. I can see you're all packed and ready.
I like the way you do it today. If you continue
Like-
like this, something good will reach you.
I should send my account.
Send, you can send. No, I got you covered. So yeah, I'm again from 69. Let's do it. Thank you.
Okay, guys, we see a lot of the comments you did on our last session in our YouTube, and then we are responding to all. You see why we say get glued to this screen so that we can be able to answer your questions. We see that by some of our conversation that borders on some things you're going through, we are able to provide solutions to these problems. And then today we have another intriguing, interesting, and very captivating thing to talk about. Let me refer to my colleagues now.
Yep.
Be with you soon. So there is relationship. It looks as though whenever we come, we want to talk about just relationship and all that every time.
Relationship, wahala plenty.
It's too much. So social media is a very important factor, especially in the 21st century now.
Yeah.
A lot of persons are on social media. If you come now and then you ask people, are you on either WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram and all of that? They'll be like, no, I'm not. They look at you like being, a cake and all of that. So, but in current day relationship, 21st century, especially in this Gen Z generation, we agree with me that social media or technology, both of them working hand in hand, they've had a very great impact on relationship.
Yeah.
A very, very great impact. To me, I describe it like a paradox. When I say it paradoxical, it simply means that it has both positive and negative impact, in relationship.
Yeah.
But then, can we discuss first? Let us come from the area of the negative impact social media have, on relationship, because it is when we identify these negativities that we can, implement some of the positive things that social media bring to relationship.
Yeah.
So can you be able to point out one for us and then see how we can?
Yeah, like you rightly said, it has both the advantage and disadvantage.
Yes.
But now, since the disadvantage became a problem, and we are actually here to provide solution, like you said, let's look at it. Like for me, one of the major disadvantages of social media is that it creates a kind of distance between spouses.
Okay.
Distance in the sense that we can be together, but we are not actually here together. You understand? You're there on your phone, I'm here on my phone. I'm like 20 miles away from you. The same way that you are about, you all understand these things, right?
Yes.
And by the time you allow this thing to become this normal, before you know, you won't even know it. Unconsciously, you're building that distance, between you and your spouse, or you and your guy and boyfriend, whatever the case may be. So this is just one. There are so many.
Yes.
You understand? But for me, one, that distance is very, very key. And as long as we allow social media to become a problem, create this distance between us, definitely we cannot get the good things out of social media.
So you're saying that you're saying that the both spouse. Okay, let's come back to that. Mrs. Shea, you have anything to chip in?
Actually,
It's going to be a very long day.
we're here for it. We're here for it. But social media, technology, the whole thing was made to connect, bring more connectivity, to bring more bonding. But the honest truth is, the negative part it brings is that instead of it to connect people, the more it disconnects.
Okay.
Just like Mr. Barry said, there's that distance. A lot of couples, relationships, you might feel like you're your partner, just like we are sitting now. And then the partner is actually far away from you by the reason of social media technology, because they are more focused on that than on the partner. And it's more or less like the negative aspect of it. It gives a breeding ground for more, what will I say, negative? For more illicit, is that the right word? Relationships, those kind of cheating stuff, hiding and doing all of those dramatic, annoying things that men like to do.
Why are you saying men?
Most men, okay, actually, let me be fair, male and female, but I'm not here today. But the honest shit is this. It's just annoying that the thing that was meant to bring people close, cause more bonding, more gluing and everything, is actually trying to divide a lot of relationships, a lot of marriages. And man, it's not nice.
Okay, I think what I deduce from both of you, listen, now in the light of what the both of you have said, which to me is very striking, very, very striking, and then it's very instrumental to our conversation. I think that's like a foundation. So in the light of this, do you think that people should, distance themselves from social media?
No.
No. For me, distance yourself. I won't say you should distance yourself because it has so much advantage.
True.
You understand, to add to your relationship. Even as you're talking about distance, and it's another way of, you can use social media to even solve some conflict in your relationships.
Sure.
You understand, in the sense that there are times, for example, I have this quarrel with my wife, and I don't want to leave the house, and I also don't want to respond to it immediately. All I have to do is just divert the whole of my strength to social media.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Let's have it.
And I'll now use social media before I know, 1 hour is gone. Do you understand? Because I'm just either on TikTok watching, comedy and all of that, or you're on Facebook and all. What else do you want me to
Because
watch?
it's not only comedy that's on TikTok. We also see some things that cause the relationship.
She's speaking from a point of experience.
It's not like it's from a point of experience, but it's the honest truth.
So what I'm just trying to say is that
don't paint social media to be all holy and saint.
No, we are saying the same thing.
Okay.
But what I'm just trying to say here is that let's not say that we are actually locking it out. Or maybe you say, okay, because it creates distance, you say, okay, let's avoid social media.
Yes.
What I'm trying to say is that why that same distance is there, which is also bad, in one way or the other, you can also take advantage, leverage on that same social media distancing and solve some issues.
Mr. Barry, you said something. You said if you're having 1 or 2 problems with your wife. I'm so interested in that.
Yeah.
I have madam's interest
Honestly, you're always interested in my case.
No. I have madam's interest at heart. You said something that if you're having problem with madam, that in order to just while away this thing, or 1 or 2 issues at home, you just come and before you know 1 hour is gone. Let us assume there was no social media. So what will you now do?
Let's not. This is an obvious issue. It's an obvious question anyway, because if there's no social media, definitely. See, there are for me personally, there are 3 ways I solve conflict.
Okay.
1 is that I step away that very period, or I do social media, or I watch a movie. So if there's no social media,
you walk away.
I watch a movie. If there's no light, as Nigeria will have it, I need to walk away.
Don't say that. Don't paint us bad.
Okay, Nigeria, there's light.
Is this not light?
So if there's light, I'll just look for. If you go to I have a lot of seasonal movies and all of that. I'll just pick up a movie, even the movie I've watched before. So I'll just put it there and just be seeing the movie. If there's no light, I'll just find any excuse I can do and just step away for that very period. Because while I'm outside, I'm thinking of solution to solve that problem. So when I come back, it won't be a story as. So if there's no social media, I'll find another thing to do. That's just for me.
Is there any contribution before I say what I want to say?
See, the issue with social media is this: you can't discard social media because it has actually been a blessing. The same way one or two people might say it has been a cost to them. You know, everything just needs a balance in life and also discipline attached to it. You see, this thing we are talking about social media. There's one thing that annoys me that I always see online. You know, these people that feel like they know how to give advice, but they're actually giving wrong advice. And there are people who are taking this hook, line, and sinker. Oh, 5 ways for you to treat a man. The other day, I caught somebody listening to one. 3 ways to know she doesn't love you. Number 1, this happened. Number 2, this. And I was like, don't listen to that rubbish show. Because number 1, it has made people apply it to people that it doesn't concern.
Okay.
Imagine now, just as you're married, and then when you had that issue, like there's an issue now with your wife, you know, those little squabbles, and then you just go online and probably, let's assume it's a day, she screamed at you in one way like that you've never seen. And then next you just go online like, three ways to know she doesn't love you. Oh, when the woman starts screaming at you, no, she has a man. And probably she doesn't have any man anywhere.
Yes.
But your mind now at that point in time, you'll be like, say, it has caused harm by the reason of this. You know, that's the reason of social media technology. Let's hang on social media. Yeah, you know, like
the online
uncensored advice, unnecessary advice that comes to put problem between people that it does not concern. I've seen people who, you know, like are with their partners and they're like, yeah, this is what I watched that day. No wonder. And I'm like, sometimes I will start
the dots are connecting. Yes.
Sorry, I'll start defending. And then I'll be like, no, it's not true. That's not, don't just conclude, because that thing might apply to one person, but not to every other person.
That's true.
So social media is a blessing. And sometimes it can be really annoying because I've seen that in play out with most men.
Okay, just to contribute to what you just said, that's that is one of the biggest trouble we are having on social media today.
Very annoying.
And this is something that when I discovered this, and I told my wife one and said, see, it's what you're going to do. Anytime you see something or read something, or maybe short video clips or, you know, articles and all of that, I think this thing, it makes sense or whatever, and you want to adopt it, I will advise, forward it to me. Do you understand? Instead of you to adopt that immediately, forward it to me and ask me my opinion about that thing. Do you understand? So what I do, I create a WhatsApp group just for my family. So one is for family, whatever talk and whatever. The other one is for I call it early morning message. So what happened is this: whenever you see this kind of a thing, you forward it to me. I'll read it, and I'll say, she will definitely ask you, okay, what's your opinion about it? And I'll give my opinion. Same thing I do to her. Once I see anything that related to how she's supposed to treat me, or how we're supposed to treat each other as husband and wife, or as a good relationship, I'll just push it to her. And I must insist you must acknowledge it.
And that happens because you feel
you understand, because I know that if I just adopt what one online in-laws is telling me now, and it doesn't work in align with our principle or our kind of person, there's going to be problem. The truth is that it's not that what the people are writing or those things that they are saying on social media is actually false. It's not bad. Do you understand?
But it doesn't apply to
everybody.
That's true.
Do you understand? So this can be some of the issues we are having on social media today. There are some people that, hey, they have never been to any counselor. In fact, they don't even listen to a kind of podcast like this.
Yes.
But once they see something, they write view. They don't
in order to just.
So I would advise that instead of you to listen to all those kind of things, watch podcasts like this so that you learn something.
Just find the balance.
So what's Room 69 podcast?
Future.
I think when it comes to social media is the word is so extensive, so broad, so wide. So what I suggest and my advice to people is that if you're in a relationship and then you're the social media type, you should have some bit of emotional maturity. So important.
Thank you.
Bit of emotional maturity. Now, this emotional maturity are the things that are going to guide your choices, your discretion. When you look at a video, like what Asa said, some of the things your spouse, your partner did might fall within the confine of what the person is saying. And because of that, you just pick it up and then you
assume.
Yes, it's true. It is like this. Some of these persons do these things to make money.
True.
They will say all kind of nonsense just to make money.
Yeah.
They'll say all kind of rubbish. Oh, this is just to make money, and you see their page
Get
is growing and
views.
all of that,
Yeah.
get views and all that. That does not necessarily mean that, okay, look at one idiot. Forgive me for using that word, but one idiot that came and said, if you don't have 20 million, if you can't be giving me 20 million, if you don't have 20, there is no way that I should be with a man that, and if you see this thing I'm talking about,
That one is even better.
if you see this thing, I'm coming over.
Yeah.
This thing has created a lot of problem.
Yeah.
So do you have the emotional maturity
To handle
to
such.
handle this kind of thing? Okay, baby, you're on social media, you watch this person, and sometimes check out what your partner watches. Like,
Yeah.
what shows do they follow?
Yeah.
What do you like to check again?
No, my account number is fine.
No,
just-
leave account
my
number
account-
because you
my
just need
account-
something chill for this.
You know, we say I know you. That's if I start to do something you are not.
You know,
Every
my
time,
account now, my account.
It feels
My
like
friend
he has
Dr.
met
Shobi does
someone very
something.
new that's bringing out the best in
Please,
him.
I'm single.
Okay.
So when you do these things, what kind of shows do your partners follow?
Thank you.
You get, what do they follow? If your partner is one that follows, you see all these girls that are playing, doing all these kind of things,
Only
that kind
girls.
of all those kind of fake life they are living, it will move people into, it will move your partner into putting pressure on
Only
you.
girls.
You can this kind of
How
things.
about the men being brainwashed to feel like you pampering your woman is making you be
They
a
say, for
simp?
crying out loud, why do you see every point as a gender war?
Let me
It's not a
answer her.
gender war. I'm
me
the woman
answer.
sitting down here,
Let me-
but I can't just sit down
let
and
me
watch
answer.
you
My boss,
talk
let
about
me
the
answer.
fact that
Let
it's
me
just
answer.
women.
She sees everything like a
the
gender
other
I'm
war.
a
Listen,
woman. I'm
listen.
representing the sisterhood.
Every
I know
time.
where
Yes.
this whole thing is coming from. It's coming from the last episode, right?
No, it's
So you want to
not.
carry the matter here?
No,
But anyway,
it's not just women. Am I not saying the truth?
All right, wait, let me
There are
answer.
some men that will watch something now. Maybe the way they are supposed to pamper, they will tell you 5 ways to hold a woman strong so that she will not leave you alone. And then the man who is very caring begins to be all hard and rock. Hello, you're not a simp. You're just a loving man. You must not be like every man that is making that video. So it's not just women that
You
make
see the
an
way
video.
this guy is being
Do you
treated
know-
like this.
do you know the
Somebody was
problem?
commenting that she's the sisters were championing her.
But it's
Yeah,
the truth. It's not just, if you had said both male and female, I would have relaxed.
Did you say male and female last
let
time?
me tell you something.
That was last time, but here I said male and female.
Let me ask you a question. As a
ahead.
quick one. Do you know why most times
Okay.
guys don't tell women the truth?
Because those particular guys who refuse to tell the woman the truth are liars.
That's not the answer. Let me
She
tell
has
you the
concluded.
answer.
Wow,
The
that's
reason
a very-
why-
Tell me you're trying to save
Let
us
me-
from something.
No, I'm trying to save you from something. I should
No,
learn this
you're
from
not.
today. Listen, you will learn something today.
Temporary
Take it for
hot.
free.
Listen,
Take it for
listen, for free. I'll give it for free.
That's his favorite statement.
Let me give you this one
Take it
for
for
free.
free.
Okay.
And for the sisterhood outside. The reason why men don't like telling women the truth is
Okay.
because they are scared that women will not have the capacity to handle the truth.
That's because people look at us as weak emotionally. There are women
Because
who have
people-
the maturity to take anything you want to tell them.
No,
even
but
if
a lot of you-
even
what
if
you
you
say
killed
is
somebody
the
right now,
And
your
that,
woman.
the people that will do that is people watching kind of podcasts like this, and that's why we are here to train them so that they
I
can get
agree,
that
though.
maturity.
Yes.
Now listen, you see that issue of say men that are supposed to pamper women at the end of it became strong and all of that. It's because
Hardened,
most of the
that's the
time,
word.
most of the time, my wife told me something recently. I said she sent me just the same we were talking about. She sent me a video, and I was watching the video. The video was just about man taking care of a woman and all of that. And I said, see, the problem is that most times when we now do all these things, we know the men know that these are the things you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Even Bible say love your wife.
True.
We know that we are supposed to do these things, but the problem is that at the end of the day, women do not have the capacity. Most women do not have the capacity
problem,
until they are matured. Listen, no, until they are matured, because this is very normal thing happening in the society today. There are a lot of women that do not know how to handle a man's love. They don't
Okay.
know.
Yes.
Do you
Ouch.
understand? And that is why at the end of the day now they fall back to social media.
A lot, not all of
A
them.
lot. I'm not saying all. I
Yes.
say a lot.
We don't know how
Until
to
the
handle
people
a
that-
man's love.
Listen.
We who
it's
love
not a
love.
battle. Listen, it's not a battle. It's not about you. It's about a lot of people out there. And as long as these people out there do not have this understanding that probably you have gotten now,
Yes.
they are suffering these things.
Yes.
As I'm telling you. So at the end of the day, what happens is that when a man has this kind of a woman at home, and this man have got the understanding, and now practicing that understanding, that intelligence he has and ability to handle women, and this woman has not had the same capacity to handle the love of this man, at the
Yes.
end of the day, it will turn this man into something else.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
And once a man begin to get to that point where he begin to feel as if he's being taken for granted, that man will metamorphose into something else.
That's true.
And at the end of the day, when the women like this, when they don't see the man doing this nonsense or living this kind of life that they see to be nonsense, they will fall back to social media. What the social media has to say about this, at the end of the day, online in-law can give you idea and give you advice. When you take it,
But
it's
boss,
on your
this social media thing, in as much as what you're saying about the women,
trying to be
very
nice
correct.
today,
No, he's not trying to be. Let's create an
I don't want it to seem like what.
let's create an equilibrium in our views and opinion, like a balance. You get. You see this thing where I do not agree with most men. We have seen scenarios where a man, your wife is there, or you tell that person, because these things have spoiled security a lot.
yeah,
You tell them, see, don't go online. Like I'm telling you now, I'm giving you the order. There are people, you are providing everything for that man. You that was talking about, I need a man. You were talking in our last session, oh, we need men who can provide everything for us, give us the wigs, the head.
So when you provide, you tell me not to go to social media.
That's what I'm saying. This is why we're telling you last session. I told you people something. And get a man that gives you all this thing, but the other cara can just terminate all of this.
We don't need such.
No, but you people, the way you were talking, you were just interested in
There
the
are
man that
people who
makes you
have
look.
these good men who provide, and also have men
I
who
know.
respect them,
No,
join together,
no, I'm not
and we will
supporting
meet
the
them.
men. I'm saying that there are some men who will tell you, don't do this. I want to
Those are
differentiate two things.
dictators,
No, wait. Do not do this. Listen, do not go on social media for this. Because they have that insecurity that social media have created.
yeah.
Okay.
Social media have created that insecurity.
So
don't go
do
on
they
this thing,
feel like?
don't go on Instagram, don't go on TikTok. Probably because if that girl goes, she might see a
But it
guy
doesn't
that's very
change
fine.
anything.
No, but what I'm saying is that you see someone who is very fine, maybe more good looking than you, and all of that. So the insecurity first starts from inferiority. You.
Complex.
You've seen yourself that maybe there are people out there who are more well to do than you, finer than you, and because of that, you tell your wife not to do this. So these are the things that social media have created. But there are some persons who will tell their wife, do not go here because this show or this particular program is not good for you. That
And
is
then
not
will they be with the
insecurity.
person for 24 hours to know if the person watches it or not?
That's what I'm saying, but that's not insecurity. No, I'm trying to differentiate these things.
I have
That's
actually,
not
me
insecurity.
personally, I don't want to mention the particular
Don't tell me
page.
you've done that.
Listen, see,
Yes.
relationship goes beyond just body and whatever.
Of
And you know
course.
that one of my responsibilities as a man in your life is to protect you.
So
Listen,
protection means restriction. Okay,
You should
let's.
allow me to finish.
In some areas.
In some area, even though I have to
some
restrict
areas.
you, this what are you talking about?
Sorry, what do you mean by restrict me? No vex.
Let me
My
come
papa will
areas.
restrict me. I come your house, you can't restrict me on top. I
When
don't
they say go
understand.
fight you for this show,
I don't understand.
I will do it.
Even as I said, no matter what it is, it doesn't matter. See, I have one of the somebody. See, have you ever dated a first daughter before?
You want praise a wife? Now I know.
Wait, I will tell you.
I'm actually a first daughter.
They have a similarity.
Consider-
Listen.
Okay.
In fact, recently she confirmed to me that there is a similarity of first daughter. There is a they have a WhatsApp group. So
Restriction.
See, go and do a research on first daughter, so you know what I'm talking about, and you know why it's a
I'm so interested in that restriction.
Now
listing.
listen, I'm coming. It is one of my
dear
responsibility to protect you. And I even have that authority from the standpoint of the office of a husbandhood to restrict you from certain things.
Chai.
You can pack your bag, you can carry your bag and want to go and stay with your father, and I'll tell you, you will not go. That's restriction for that time, and you cannot go. Based on my, at the comp.
but we
based
have
on my
cogent
reason.
reasons to back that up.
Definitely, now I said, allow me
I'm
to
feeling
learn.
hot.
Definitely, I have
I'm
a
feeling
reason.
hot.
It is even biblical. I'm sorry that I'm deviating a little bit, but I'm coming back to where I'm going. There even biblical principle that says a biblical authority that give a man to even cancel the debt of your wife in church.
Yes, I agree.
Move
Move
Across
on.
that, yes.
That's
Coming back to where I was,
Numbers
it is
30.
my responsibility to protect you. So if I see what you're watching
You don't like.
and I know that this page is not good for you, like I said, this is not, I'm not talking about this. Is not, I'm not just speaking hypothetically. I'm telling you what I have done.
Yes. Okay.
There's a page
For
to my
a
wife.
grown
Wait, listen,
woman.
listen. There's a page my wife was following, and I called her once and I said, I've seen you been on this page for a while, and I've begun to see you're beginning to get addicted to it. I want that page to stop.
Wow.
And within the
man in charge.
and within the space
When you reach billing now, now be fine
within the
percentage.
space
Carry out your billing talk come off.
within the space of 1 month, it's not even after a month, within the space of 1 week, it stopped. Till today, that page is off from my screen.
How did you tell her?
Now,
In a
Babe.
loving manner?
But my
or
God, are you
in a
very
deep-
sure of this?
listen, I'm telling you what I know.
You're sure she doesn't watch
Mr.
it?
Barry, let me
She
just
doesn't
say
watch it when
something.
you're
You
there.
know why? Let me tell you something. Anybody can.
Mr. Barry, no. You can't tell me that.
Wait.
Wait, hi. I leave my father iron hand. Come enter man iron hand. What is the joy
That is
for women?
Your
No,
father
let
will
me-
get iron hand.
No, let me break
My
it down.
father is a commander of commanders. How will I now come to a man
Let me break
commanding
it
He
man?
down.
wants
Let me
to
break
break
it
it
down.
down.
Let me break it down for
Hey,
you. Let me
God.
break it. At least for this one, I've seen you for that level. So
I
you must
agree.
do my flowers for that one.
Yeah, but
So calm down.
Let's
Let
see what you have
me
to say.
give you this and that one for
This
free.
is barrack marriage.
Listen, you talk about your father and you talk about how you're supposed to be a baby in the hands of your man.
Yes.
Listen, you cannot be baby forever.
Hello.
There are times for everything. All right. Let me break it down for you so that we learn.
I'm his baby forever.
Now, in the authority, I hope you know that the difference between the man and the husband.
I'm my husband's
At the come.
baby.
So now your husband is a
To love and
responsibility.
to hold.
At the come now, listen. Husband is a responsibility. It's an office,
I agree.
and in that office we have mentorship, we have trainer,
You don't they go far now.
we have coach. At the come now, I'm trying to prove something to you. Why I can become a father to you as a husband. It's also my responsibility.
looking
to
for
be
a
your
daddy,
father.
oh.
You must have a daddy.
I'm not. It's
Unless
not
that
my
means you are
fault.
not ready for a husband.
See, I love my husband. I will respect him. I will be submissive. I don't have an issue with that.
So if what is
Because
submission? Wait. What is submission? If I ask you to stop doing something, I say you will not do it.
why would it be easy? See the way that he does it. You tell me to stop doing something.
Mr.
You
Barry,
need to be romantic about it.
Yeah,
I will not just
Maybe.
wait. Let me correct something.
Okay,
something.
go
I will
ahead.
not
I
just
think-
emphatically tell you to stop something. For the sake of the viewers out there, so that I will not be quoted out of context.
Okay.
This is the point I'm trying to make. It is my responsibility to look out for you, right?
I agree.
So if I love you, I speak the truth in love.
Now you're
Now,
talking. Because
truth.
then you were using force.
It's because you're not understand. You're not. You they use first mind to listen. to
Because you were scaring me.
You're following
You were scaring me as a woman.
and that is why you need
Women
to,
walk
and that is why I
action.
tell you. That is why I tell you that you need to calm down. I'm speaking from the man angle.
And must
a
it be
man-
action
No,
packed?
wait now. A man must recognize his authority.
Now you're talking like someone's baby.
I'm not someone's baby. I'm somebody's child. And I can be a baby sometimes, but
Mr. Barry,
still I
I'm
will not
waiting for- I want to
forget
chip
who I
in
am.
something.
So this is where I was trying to go.
Okay.
I'm not emphatically saying that I must force you to stop something.
Okay.
But I'm saying that when I watch out for what you're looking at, maybe on social media, the kind of page you follow, the kind of people you listen to, and all of that, I will say, no, this one is not right for you, based on this, and that.
And what if she says no?
If she now says no, which is a very good one, I'll now ask her, why did you say no? If she's able to convince me beyond reasonable doubt
Yes.
that both the advantage and the disadvantage, the negativities of that page will not get into you, and I've understand your kind of woman, that you're a kind of person that can filter information correctly, then I can let you be.
Now I can leave you alone.
You see, when it comes to these things, let us also know the place of the woman.
Yeah.
There was something I said in our, I think the conversation we had some 3-4 months back. I can't remember when we were talking about dirty talk. I
You
said one
can,
thing with the men.
just to let them know, you can go back to our
Yes.
gallery
Dirty
to see
talk,
some
so
of all
that
of
you can
these things.
resonate with what I want to say now.
Yeah.
This thing, there was something I said. I said, men being the head of the family, some men have taken it into all department of the marriage,
Yeah.
and it is a problem.
Big
In
one.
as much as we want to talk about social media and all that, mind you, I'm not supporting your agenda.
You are
but I'm
somewhat
pointing
supporting
in this
it.
thing. It is a problem. If you tell your wife, for example, baby, please, I think this is bad for you. Don't watch this. And your wife says no. Not like literally no.
Because she has a will.
I
and she's
think I
grown
want to watch this, and this is a show I've been following even before I got married to you. Remember, I said something that you cannot change something that has been there within the twinkle of an eye.
True.
If your wife should say no to you, leave her first.
You are advising me?
Yes, I'm advising those who are in this. Yes.
Oh yeah, now let me tell you
I'm
something.
coming. If you come into this situation, okay, let me say what I will do.
Okay.
Thank you. Let me put it like that.
Yeah.
If my wife says no,
Okay.
Yeah.
why are you looking at me? I've been in a relationship, of course. If I see that this thing is bad, and I tell my partner, and I say, see, babe, this is wrong. This thing can destroy you.
I love your tone.
Yeah.
You
Continue.
get,
Uh,
of course. This thing can destroy you. Baby, don't do this. And you'll be like, oh no, I'll do this. Okay, I know this is this is your character first. I can't change this just immediately. I'll leave you first. I'll leave you. I'll talk about it again. I will leave it. I'll leave it for some time. And then I will not display any kind of attitude,
yeah.
that will show that I am angry because you did not budge. I'll leave it for some time. See, babe, I think you should. Then let me hear why you said, oh, you really want to continue with this
Sisterhood,
thing.
we have a card.
This thing, what I'm saying so is that, see, family is supposed to be. I know the Bible said that wives be what? Submissive to your husband. The Bible is our moral compass.
Yeah.
We follow it. The book and all of that. But let us also know that there is also the place of the wife. Now, that does not mean that the wife, whenever, if you say, okay, yes, I don't win today, it means say tomorrow, the same thing.
Sisterhood, we have a card.
So
Rush him.
what I'm saying so is that if you've looked at this, there are some things your wife might be watching that negates your personal principle.
Okay.
Your own personal principle, but it doesn't negate hers.
Her own principle, yes.
You get? There are some. It doesn't. Now, when I look at that thing, I understand first that before I got married to this, you were first an individual yourself before getting married to me. There are things you knew first. There are things you were
Not
doing.
a doll,
so
baby.
to tell me now that I want to change that thing within the twinkle of an eye is hard and
Oh
difficult.
yeah, now let me now say
He's
something. Let
single.
me now find it. Let me now give you.
guy is not
You are
single.
speaking from the single angle. Which
You
is
have
very
come.
okay.
No be
listen,
man.
No, leave her.
Listen now.
You go dey
Listen.
carry this
Listen to me.
marriage
Before
for
you now you put it every time there's a child married person. So now
Before
let
you
me
single.
let me now talk to you. I'm not actually countering what you're saying.
Yes.
But I want to find a balance and I want to share a story with you. Now, when I said that I have this kind of I have this scenario with my wife where I stop her from following one particular page like that. Now, this is what happened. This page is one page that once you start, it's very intriguing. It's very
Captivating.
no. If I use the word captivating, like I'm giving the
Glory.
page so much glory. It's very addictive.
Okay.
And now the addictive part of it is it's just like okay, let me not go there. Now
No.
this page now has something like once you start, it's an episode that I drop every two episodes like every day.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, I come down to look at it, watch it over the time, and I found out that this is actually not really it's just pure entertainment. It doesn't stimulate your mind. It doesn't build your intelligence. It's just just like a comedy skit, just entertaining.
Don't tell me you
Now,
decided to kill the
listen now,
woman's joy.
I'm coming. Huh?
Don't tell me you wanted to
Listen
kill her
now,
joy.
Listen, hear me first. Because I'm trying to, this is my story I'm telling.
guy is not
So you might not
okay.
understand my story. So you have to listen to my story so that at the end of the day you can now tell me what you want to tell me. Now, we are family that in the morning, both of us out.
Okay.
We come back later in the evening. Within the space of the time where we are out, we only communicate once or two because of the nature of our jobs. My wife can be in the office and from 7 o'clock in the morning till 2, 3, she's in the meeting because of her position. I can't reach her. Within that time that I'm supposed to call her, probably I might be on the road because of my kind of job. We might not talk the whole day. So when we come back in the evening, that's the only time we have
Okay. For
to
yourself.
communicate together. Do you understand? Now, once she's back, that's the only time she has to pick her phone, and now she's stick to this social media page.
Wow.
So now, because of the excitement that is given her, it has robbed the excitement of the entire family. And mind you, as a married person, family comes first.
True.
That's the truth. So anything that fight against the bonding, the communication, the community, the commune of your family is a threat to that family. And I tell you as a man, you must watch out for those. There are so many other entertainment platforms that you can do as a woman and go ahead with. I'm not saying that I entirely say that you will not do this the whole day. But the point is that once this thing becomes something that every single available time you have, you're there, it's a problem.
Now you are tweaking your statements to the understanding, because the way you placed it then was that
I was about saying the same
you,
thing.
You exerted such of an authority that it looks as though she
Commando
does not
style.
have her own discretion to do
Yeah.
some of these things.
Before I told you before, if you listen, that's why I'm saying don't use that kind of mind to listen to what I'm saying. I told you that
But
as a
our
time,
audience
listen,
might do
okay, to clear the air on this issue. Even when I said, babe, I have looked at this since, deeply. I've also followed this page,
And you think,
and I find out that this is not healthy
You think.
for us. Listen,
okay,
I found that it's not about me thinking. I have studied. And let me tell you one thing about me. I'm not that authoritative. I'm very vulnerable. But before I come up with a decision,
I've always
guys,
known it.
before
Behind the hardcover.
behind, see, that's
There's a
the
soft-
masculinity of a man.
You know,
You must get to that point whereby as a man, you must able to separate emotions from
yes,
the truth. Do you
I
understand?
get, I
People have
Once
seen
we
women
become
now that
emotional
like
about
emotions
things,
all the
let me
time.
tell you something. We have so much responsibility as a family growing. And at the end of the day, if I have to be emotional about everything, guys, all of us, and even my wife will tell me that
Yes.
I regret marrying you.
Let's still come back to the whole social media thing. See, my own is that we are trying to proffer solutions.
Yeah, of course.
We have identified some of these complexities, problems. Now, let us try to, proffer solution to some of them.
Yeah.
Proffer solution to them. People, like what you said, I have noticed that people begin to lose their partner whenever there is a problem at home. The only place where people get console, solitude, fortitude is on social media. It's a problem.
Big one.
A very big problem.
Very big
And
problem.
before you know,
Because
one babe will come and say hi.
You get those kind of.
Let me-
even guys say.
Let me gossip. Let me gossip.
Guys say,
Listen,
please say hi.
Let me gossip. Today I decided to gossip. Madam, sorry, no verse. See,
Oh my god.
there was a
This
time.
thing,
There was
this
a,
will
I'll
be
tell you a
interesting.
lot of things. See, you're talking about solution, and
Yes,
that's why
solution,
I said that.
solution.
As a man, you must get to a point whereby you can able to, separate emotion from rational thinking or logic.
Reality,
Do you
yes,
understand?
yes.
Because for you to run a family as a man, it takes a lot. All right, it takes a lot. And if you have to say, let for peace to reign now, and for peace to, I have a friend that if you go to their house, you cannot watch any other thing apart from Z-Word on their sitting room. The wife holds the remote. Do you understand?
Okay, that's not my
let me
kind
tell
of
you one
woman,
funny.
though.
Let me tell you one funny thing that happens.
We never can tell
I'm
you.
coming.
That's not my kind of woman.
When this my friend, when this my guy wife was doing from when we were in a relationship, I called him one day. I said, guy, the way your wife they do with me, your friend will come herself. You know if you watch football, whatever this and that.
You were
Say my
pained.
brother. No, I'm not. I was not pained. I was talking based on the little experience. I said, my brother, for peace to reign, I bet woman now. If you don't, I will say you to let peace reign. Woman now, emotion, make peace reign.
I'm waiting for the gospel.
At the end of the day, do you know what happened today? You cannot change that factor because it has become a culture in that house.
Yes.
So this is gossip.
Is the man complaining?
He's not. Let's
Don't
listen
misunderstand
to
me.
this gossip.
He is not complaining. His family is good, and
Okay,
do you
because he
understand?
wants peace
But
to reign.
because he wants peace
It's his
to reign.
choice.
But whether he like it or not, there is something that has taken from that man. You are not a man.
They're
so you
not.
don't
They're not
understand.
taking anything from
You
him.
will not understand to argue that one with you.
You
before.
feel
You are not
so
a man,
because
so
this is
forget
what
about it.
happens.
Yes.
Sorry to cut you off.
the
The
man
same way some people go online and then watch something, they come and tell their fellow man, say, "See what I watch now, like this, now like this." I had an issue one time, and then someone was boldly telling me that, "CEO, there was this video that his friend watched, and then they were talking about the fact how they don't need to be soft on women because a woman would take them for a ride."
For granted.
And I'm
Wow,
saying
wow,
it's not
wow.
all women. Now with this thing, now you're saying you went to the house, whether you like it or not, you were unhappy the fact that you couldn't watch your ball when you came visiting your friend. It pained you. It's a man thing. I understand. Now she's not my kind of woman because I'm not like an all day Z-World person. But now you went, whether you like it or not, directly or indirectly, trying to influence the husband with your talk because you now told him, say, this thing is not, you don't really fancy, like it's not really good or something. If he was somebody that was easily swayed,
He would have
he
been
would
vulnerable.
take that
Yes.
advice and it will become a problem in his home. But he's whoever he is, and then he
Just
decided
for
to like,
peace to reign.
yeah, it doesn't make him less of a man.
Neither does it make him a coward. That's true. I
Now,
get that.
to another, and another
That's what
part,
works for him.
This is the part I was now coming in. Women are more emotional than men. All right? Women have the capacity to adjust
all
to.
women
Wait,
does.
now, listen,
Okay.
I'm coming. Women, she might concur to this one. I know that she always attack me.
We are not all
No,
emotional.
I'm
We
not-
have strong
listen, no, that's
women.
not what I'm saying. Emotion does not make you a weak person. All right? For you to be emotional does not make you weak.
And it makes
Yeah.
you vulnerable.
All right. So it make you, everybody should be vulnerable. You should accept your vulnerability. That's where you find
Okay.
your strength. So now coming back to what I was saying, women have this capacity. They have the how do I call it? The ability to change, to adapt to adapt an environment quicker than men. Do you understand the nature of women? If a woman can date as Ese is today, Ese can date me, and within a period of 6 months to 1 year, she will adjust to my kind of person if she loves me. Do you understand? No matter how I am, if she left me today and date another guy that's more muscular than me, or maybe more authoritative
run.
than me, she might decide to run, or she might decide within a short period of time
Run.
adjust to that too.
God
I'm not talking
forbid.
about you now, I'm just using you hypothetically. So now women are like that.
Okay.
So when you said that, if that guy, that my friend I was talking to, because the fact that he did not sway, that's why
Yeah.
whatever, it could have not been a problem. It could have not been a problem because I'll prove it to you. Whenever a man is able to capture the heart of a woman,
Yes.
that man has get kind of authority
Domain
to
now.
help this man, to help this woman, not in dominating aspect, but in guidance, in leadership. Leaders inspired. Do you understand? Leaders inspire, leaders motivate. Rulers take authority, they superimpose. That's the difference. All right. So as a leader, if you're a man and you became a leader, you have the ability, even though your wife used to say, I must wear trousers and sleep. That has been my life. If you're a leader, you will have a way, and less than 6 months, your husband, your wife, you started sleeping naked.
Let's not forget to never be
So
100%.
these are the things you are talking about. So as a man, once you discover that there is something that is not very okay, do not just say, for peace to let the woman
To the
go.
man, it's
For God's
okay.
sake.
Where-
Do you know that if he changes that pattern, and then it might drive the woman to social media,
At the end
to the phone?
you have to watch out. Guy, one of your
He
responsibilities.
has
I
chosen
always
his
said-
demons. He
what
prefers
I always
Z-World in
said,
front.
that is the point. What I always said is that as a man, that is why I say in the office of husbandhood, you have a coach. A coach is a person that follows you step by step until you achieve. You have a mentor. A mentor is a person that checks on you once after a time to know how far you're going. You have get from this side of success to the other side. This is how to do it so that I can maintain it. That's a mentor. Do you understand? You have your daddy in the office of a husbandhood that can even
Leave
discipline
daddy
you
out of
at
this,
times.
though.
What am I trying to say? If you have decided to tell your woman that, see, babe, this thing, the way I see it won't help. Definitely, if she drop that pattern, she will move to another one. Watching her and give her a coaching guide is the best way for you.
Well,
as a
you
man.
can trap
Our
her.
conversation is still coming back to providing solutions on certain
That is
things.
the solution
I
I'm
think,
talking about.
Yes, to these things. Great points from the both of you. Very interesting.
So that's just the way it is.
So sometimes I just wish I could just sit out and then listen. As someone who is preparing to be in something soon.
Okay.
Have this kind of conversation.
You're proud.
So we're still talking about social media. Two things contribute to the determinants of a man or a person, rather. Two things contribute. And then one, the things you read, and the second things, the things you watch.
Yeah.
So these things they are signals, they point signals to you and all that. So, but I think social media, let's really want to go into it deeply, just within the little time we have to, before this section comes to an end.
Yeah.
Social media, let's go into it deeply. Social media is very good. No one is saying
No doubt.
social media
I
is
agree.
bad.
No doubt.
Social media is very, very good. But then, okay, like you were mentioning just about the whole billing thing you were talking about last time. These things have created fake life. There are a
Yeah.
lot of fake life in social media.
Yeah.
If you go, there was, I think, one influencer I was following. I watched a video. And the person said that there is this person that comes out in club, sprays money, throws money and all of that. And do you know where he sleeps? He sleeps inside his car.
Boy.
He doesn't have a house of his own. So I was thinking, now your girlfriend might stumble on something like that one day, your wife. Look at this. Now so husband they behave. Now so man they behave. See man now, they say get out, spend all of that. Sometimes some of those money are being borrowed. Just to impress. These are social media. But they are sending signal to marriages.
Yeah.
They are sending signal to our relationship. See now, not be so marriage supposed to be.
Like,
And then sometimes you see two couples, they video themselves. Okay, this is how I prepare myself. This is, I am my husband. We wake up in the morning, we pray. The next thing, we prepare our food. We go to work. We come back.
You see
we
this
do
one?
I see these videos a lot on TikTok.
there's one.
I'm coming. And then when you see these videos, what do you not say? Wow.
Wow,
What a peaceful home.
What a peaceful home.
Oh my God.
Marriage can be this sweet.
Yeah.
Interesting. This is what see man now.
It happens.
You get this kind of thing.
I know
But then they
someone.
send signals.
Yeah.
This thing goes back to the emotional maturity.
Yeah.
If you're not matured or your partner, they send signals. So please.
So now
We are helping. Let us proffer solution. What do we think? Let people live their
I-
normal
no,
life.
no,
or
no.
it-
I think the first question I should ask, just from what you're saying,
Yeah.
is that what actually necessitates or what actually help build emotional maturity?
Okay, to me now.
Do you understand?
Yes. That's this thing, yes. What
Because from
That's
all you
true.
have said
That's
so
where
far,
we should
if you do
pick
not
from.
have that emotional maturity
Maturity.
to able to
you
understand,
put pressure on your
I
partner.
will tell you,
a lot
big
of
time,
pressure. Yes.
big time.
You put a lot
That's
of
why I
pressure
said
on
we
your
should have a
partner.
balance.
Yeah.
You know this thing he was saying about like the things that usually flash. You
see.
know the
And
videos.
They look so captivating.
You
will
get
love
one.
them. Ah.
One no. If they post picture here, the way they hug, their pose is like
Perfect
divine.
marriage.
But
Perfect
the woman they chop
relationship.
beating for house.
Are you serious?
Like not them say. One day I don't see the woman with very good design for her face.
If
Nah,
that man
see,
see this
that's
video, he
what
go
I
to say they
Nothing
talk.
concerned. It's not a hidden thing.
Let me.
But they've stopped now, though. They
Yes.
were all flashy and everything. So the major thing here is just that, just like we said, find the balance. Like the thing you're talking about, emotional maturity. It's very, very important. I mean, for everything, you need discipline, you need emotional maturity, you need the balance, so that you don't go out there using social media to drive your own life.
Now, this
Too
is
important.
this is how I benefit from social media. See all these things, I watch them, I see them. The woman I have at home
Including
is also
the
the kind of
nudes.
person that's like, so this is what I do most of the time.
Including the nudes.
Huh?
You know, those girls in
Nude,
bikinis.
see, listen.
They say
even
when you
if you want to talk about nudes,
you were not this.
let me.
What does it say?
But it's
you are-
actually the
you are-
truth.
Even see, let me tell you something. Get the point.
What
first.
have you said? Been watching and
I'm a very. Sometimes people say
You're
that
very
I'm
open
controversial.
person.
Tell me you don't see those babes.
I'm coming
with
now.
boobs and
I
ass.
will answer
Don't do
you.
that.
but
His wife
don't
is
worry.
watching this.
Don't
Madam,
worry.
don't mind
Let
your
me tell
husband.
you
He's a
something.
man.
To me, sometimes people say I'm very controversial,
In the sea.
and I don't really mind. As long as I found the truth, I live by that truth. Let me
Okay.
tell you something.
And it will set you free.
Even pornography has advantage. But that's a story for another day. You can keep that for a different topic. But coming back to
Don't
what I
tell
was
us for free. You go.
no, I'm not. No. It's because you bring up that new stuff.
No,
That
because
is
you see
why
them
I
on
said that.
Facebook, on TikTok.
Now, this is where I'm
You
coming.
know, sometimes you look at a woman and you're like,
Providing solution.
Yes.
Let me
please.
tell you how you're going
Don't
to
mind
benefit
that.
from social media. Social media is a very big community whereby it either destroy you, it can make you, but
Yeah.
it can also destroy you.
true.
So this is what I do.
The other break.
I'm the kind of a person that once, like I said earlier, I create a platform whereby whatever page that I'm following, I also share that page to my family. I had my wife say, watch what I watch. And also send some stuff that interests you to me because it also helped me. Because I'm this kind of a person that I want to find a balance. I want a woman that can question my assumptions. A woman that can tell me that yes, what you're saying is true, but this is another angle to it.
Of it.
Do you understand?
Yes.
These are the things she brought to the table.
Now you sound loving.
Now, I'm a very loving person, just that you're not very close.
In the
If you're very
beginning, you were
will
sounding like
understand.
Pharaoh.
I have to sound Pharaoh to you. You're not my wife.
Was that your scare tactics?
Okay. Now let me come back to where I was. So now this is how to benefit from social media. All of those things, and this also how to build emotional maturity. Most of the time, when we watch some certain things, at the end of it, I'll ask my wife, "What do you think about it?" Do you understand? If you were in her shoes, or what would I have done differently?
You
What would I
people
have
discuss
done?
it.
Do you understand? We discuss it. Her view that time, she would tell me, that time you are giving her a blank check. She would tell you exactly how she feel and how she want to handle that thing. Do you understand? And I say, wow, okay, this is what I think. This is the way I could have feel. At the end of it, that would become a topic of discussion. And at the end of it, she will see my side, I will see her side, and we'll find a balance. From that day, any other matter that comes later, she will be the one to teach you. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, instead of to only pick the negative part of it, we have allowed their attitude, those fake lives, to build a real life for us. Do you understand? We build ourselves. So at the end of the day, I can't be growing and leave her behind. And every relationship should be that way. Don't only be the one growing. If you're a woman and you're growing and you find out that your husband is not picking up, my friend, both of you have become one. That's what Bible said.
That's true.
Both of you have become one. There's not that I'm the woman. He should be a man and forget it. You are his helper. Hold his hand and grow with him. Don't grow alone, because if you grow alone, at the end of the day, he will disgrace you in public. If you're a man too, grow with your man, your woman. Anything that you're doing, whatever you're seeing on social media, pages that you're following, also drag your wife and your family with you. So that at the end of the day, that maturity can build together.
Let me give this to the audience. Yes. Let me give this to the audience. In as much as we see that some of these things are fake life, some of them are real.
Yeah.
You get some of them are real. So what do we then pick from some of these things? It means that you can also, when you see these things, oh, this person is successful. I've seen there was this thing, a house Ola of Lagos showed, house of one influencer, Ola of Lagos, and someone that trades forex. And then I called my brother. I said, man, look at this. This is not a fake life.
Yeah.
This
real.
one is real.
Yeah.
We saw the house and all that. I mentioned the name of the person. I said, this is nice. And then I picked motivation from it.
Yeah.
I said, if this person can do this thing, then we can also do it.
Yeah.
So in social media, it doesn't necessarily mean some of those things you see partners doing this, it might also be their life.
Really, their life. It's
You
real.
get
It's real.
it's real. Some of them might be their life. But all we are saying is that if you've not gotten there yet, don't put pressure on your partner.
Yeah.
If you're not there yet.
Yeah.
Life is a means to an end. There is a means, there is process. So in social media, filter. If you don't have emotional maturity, please just watch these things as entertainment.
Yeah.
Filter them, know what to pick, and then bring home. Like Mr. Bai was saying, he integrates the partner into these things. Let us watch together. What do you think? Question. Like, what do you think if you were in my shoes and all that? So I have questions to say about these things. Pick them. Let the ones that are like that motivate you.
Yeah.
Let it not put pressure on you. Motivation and pressure are two different things entirely.
Yeah.
So pick from these things, and then you see yourself becoming a better person. But also know that social media has done a lot of good in relationship, a whole lot. So please pick the good that it has done in relationship.
Just to add to
And then you
it,
see
just to
yourself
add to
becoming
it, there are still marriages that is working. There are good marriages out there. Don't be deceived. Don't allow anybody to tell you that, forget it's all fake like he said. There are good ones. There are very, very good ones.
Yeah.
And you can also have a good marriage.
True.
God does not make mistake to create marriage. So know what you want, know the kind of person that you are, and know the kind of person you're bringing into your life. Don't just grow alone, like I earlier said. Grow with your partner. So at the end of the day, both of you can hold hands together and walk the road without anybody feeling disappointed. Madam, thank you.
And may Pharaoh spirit not be involved in your relationship.
Which one is Pharaoh spirit?
Okay,
Commanding commander. Find the balance.
We've come to the end of this section of the Room 69 podcast.